Hi everybody. In my last video I mentioned I'm going down to a protest at the provincial legislature, and here's my little protest drum and my sticks, and I'll go make a little noise with the crowd and send a message. So let's see what it's all about. This is Halifax City Hall here, and this is called Grand Parade Square. Very old Protestant church. I think it's one of the oldest in North America. St. Paul's Church. St. Paul's Church. So I've been participating in stuff like this for decades, and I love it. It's democracy in action. Well, I was at another rally today. I don't know if I just told you that, but it was a rally opposing the cuts to the arts and culture and museum here in Nova Scotia, and it was a huge success. There were hundreds and hundreds of people chanting with signs and everything, and I'm so happy today. It's kind of warm outside. It's, I think, 8 degrees Celsius, which is nice Fahrenheit, and the snow is melting. The sun feels strong, and it just kind of puts a different slant on the day. Amazing. So even the patios are coming to life again, which is a sure sign of spring, right? And we're out for a walk with little Logan.
The sunshades on now.
So this is the Halifax Waterfront boardwalk. This used to be all filthy industrial lands, and in fact this was a diesel power generating station for a long time, and then it was a film sound stage. All concrete, you know. It was quite an industrial, empty-looking place. Now, well, I wouldn't call it beautiful, but this is our Nova Scotia Power headquarters. But this is all public plaza here. This is all packed in the summertime. Ships pull up here, and people come and go on the ships, and it's just beautiful. And this island here is called George's Island National Historic Site. You can go over there for tours in summer. And it's all fortifications and tunnels and stuff, underground stuff. It's got a long history. And out there is McNabb's Island, which is a huge island, mostly provincial park now, with some federal park stuff on it. And I've been out there. I did some volunteer work there for a while. Some carpentry. When we went out, there was a sort of a tea house type of thing. And Kate, you worked on McNabb's Island.
Yeah, I worked for a summer.
What did you do?
I was one of the Friends of McNabb's Island interpreters.
You
it was
were
a summer program from the government.
An interpreter. Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool.
It was so fun.
And it was a good job, wasn't it?
Oh, it was one of the best jobs I've ever had.
So like father, like daughter, I guess. And anyways. So this is Halifax's own GAT, and GAT is the term that's used like on the Ganga, on the Ganges River, they have these stairs that go down into the water. It's known as a ghat, G-H-A-T, and this is Halifax's ghat being cleaned. Pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I remember when this was a fisherman's market and you could come in and buy fresh fish, and the smell was pretty cool. It smelled like a proper harbor town. And then it turned into a Nova Scotia Crystal. I think it's empty now, so anyways.
Yeah, that's good.
Fuck it, man. I was checking on my notes yesterday and hold on.
Okay, it's chilly, but the air is nice and fresh. So what do you think? Brrr! Are you cold? Brrr! Brrr! It's cold out. Look at your hair. Whoa, you're gonna freeze. Ooh, what? Do it again. Ooh, do that. Ooh, ooh, do it like Logan. Do it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We'll go back in. Okay. All Heather wants to watch is kissy, kissy, kissy. Kissy, kissy, kissy shows, right? Your favorite kind. Well, that was such a good visit. Heather was doing great. She's so well cared for. I just can't get over it. Her hair is clean, and her skin she has moisturizer on her skin, and clean clothing on. There's never any smell or anything like that. She's just so well cared for. And Kate was there with little Logan. What a surprise that was. So that was a joy. And Kate also introduced little Logan to some of the staff, and they really appreciated that. They got a big kick out of it. And so I stayed and gave Heather her lunch, which was macaroni with cheese. And there's often a sort of a pureed salad. I don't bother with that anymore because she's not interested in it. And then the cake is sort of liquefied, which is perfectly fine with Heather. And I bring fresh blueberries. I put blueberries in it. Makes it more interesting. And then she drinks this resource drink, which is like Boost or Ensure, a fortified drink, and some tea and some juice. Overall, very positive visit, and nice chatting with Kit, who I featured in one of my other videos. Always good to talk to him. He's such a nice guy, and he often has some insights and tips, and we compare notes, and it's just reassuring. It's just reassuring to talk to another fella like that, another particular that he's another husband. So all in all, a good visit, and as you can see, it's a beautiful sunny day, but it's still cold. But next week, ooh, looking forward to it. So I'm going to go in and take little Miss Penny for a walk, and then just be busy around the house. Hey guys, just looking at the weather forecast for next week, and it's going to be 7 to 13 degrees Celsius here, which is beautiful, warm. Remember, 0 is freezing, so it'll be really nice late winter, early spring weather with lots of melting. The snowbanks are going to melt. Anyways, today is Friday morning, and I'm packing up. I've got so much stuff to bring to Heather this morning. I've got a fresh bundle of Costco flowers. I try to keep fresh flowers in her room at all times. I have a hair dryer, which one of the staff asked me to bring. I have this little mesh bag, and she still has some earrings and stuff like that. Not much. A lipstick and earrings, but I thought this mesh bag would be perfect rather than just having it in her cupboard there. Okay, I have some batteries for one of the other people who live in the facility, and she has a big mechanical electric dog called Millie. And this dog runs on D-cells, on batteries, and the batteries wear out once in a while, so about once a month. So I bought a bunch of batteries at Costco. I'm going to bring those to her. Actually, I'll bring them to the hair salon where they can give them to her when she needs batteries, because she can't get out to the hardware store. grapes for staff. I often bring grapes for staff. A little thing of blueberries for Heather, and a little tiny can of Coke for Heather. So this is the stuff I'm bringing today. And it's 11:20, so Penny just had her walk, and I'll be heading out the door in about 5 minutes here. Right, Penny? You already had your walk, so I'm sorry, I'm not going to let you out because then I have to get you back in. Okay, you can go out for a minute. Just for a couple minutes. Go bark. Go bark the neighbors. Okay, I'll pack up and then hit the road. Yes, it has begun. The great melting is starting. And it's going to be mild all week long, several degrees above freezing. So spring is on its way, and hopefully we'll be able to get rid of that snowbank. And I might even be able to pull the van out. We will see how the week goes. That's a lot of snow. That sounds a lot better. So it's Sunday morning and it's raining out and that snow is melting. And Heather and I came down to what's called the atrium here at Northwood. And I gave up on the puzzles after 10 minutes. Not the way I do puzzles. So we're sitting here watching the Black Star video, David Bowie Black Star. In the center of it all, in the center of it all. And this is one of Heather's favorite videos and songs in a long time. So we're enjoying it. No glasses this morning, I don't think it matters. And she's doing great. Hey Heather? Heather, you doing well? Are you doing okay? You look beautiful. Hard to believe, isn't it? They lost a 101-year-old resident here on the 9th floor last night. Passed away peacefully in her sleep, which is the way to go. But I could see it coming. She was Heather's table mate recently, and I got to know her. She was a charming, charming old matriarch. I think she'd lost her vision quite a while previously, although she still wore glasses. So I would bend down to her and I'd say, "Hi," her name. I'm here to visit Heather for her lunch. And she would always very politely say, "Oh, yes, oh." But I could see her days were numbered. And that's the way it goes. I mean, to pass away in your sleep at 101 is not a bad thing. Opa. Opa. Yeah. Opa. Say opa. Opa. What about mama? Mama. And what about papa? Papa. Papa, 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 papa. You know, an hour of this is a good way to start the day. So this is Ed Roach, who founded Northwood, I think 60 years ago. And there's a book written about him. He sounds like he's quite an interesting guy. I plan to read that book sometime, but he was quite a mover and a shaker, and he made this whole thing happen, so that's pretty impressive. It's so sad to leave Heather up there. She's just not interacting and not reacting at all. She barely had any supper, and she didn't laugh, didn't look at me, and I don't know. It's just so sad to leave her sitting in that chair. Just it sucks. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. That's how I left this video. And I'm going to cut it off here. I'll tell you why. Because things changed dramatically. That was recorded possibly, no, not quite a week ago, but a number of days ago. And I mentioned in other videos that Heather has started this tiny dose of medication, a narcotic. And I mean, just a tiny, tiny dose. And there's been a dramatic change in her connectedness and her level of awareness and so on. And that's going to be the subject of a completely separate video, because I'm also coming up on a year since she entered long-term care and since I started living all alone here. And I'll have some reflections on that, on how I've managed over the last year, and the tremendous adjustment and you know, the difficulty with all of that sort of thing. So I'm leaving this video with that tone of it sucks, and then a note of hopefulness, because things will change. Obviously, this is a terminal illness, but I measure success in terms of quality of life. And if Heather has good quality of life, then everything's okay after that. Everything is fine, you know, as long as she's not upset or agitated or in pain or so on. So I leave you with that. And thanks so much for following along. Tomorrow is my 65th birthday. I'll be a senior citizen. It means I can get free bus on Tuesdays, among other things. I don't know, but 65 is a big milestone. Birthday for me. I feel like a senior citizen. I really do. And so stay tuned. Thanks for following along. Remember, you are absolutely not alone in this. And many people share what you're going through, and they share what I'm going through. Leave your comments below, please. I really appreciate them. Check if you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Bye.